2917 Preston Highway, DePrezQualityJewelry.com.
Superior technology, mobile traffic tracker, only from WHAS 11 News.
Truman Talks Law on Great Day Live is sponsored by the Karl Truman Law Office.
Snow and ice making driving a real challenge this morning and so many mornings before this winter.
Indeed. An attorney who sees many serious injuries in car collisions is Karl Truman, using his time today to share some information that could help keep you and your family from getting hurt. As always, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good to see you here.
Good to be back.
That's the whole situation here for people at this time of year. I drive home and see 14 cars littered off into the side here too. So obviously we're talking about legal services, but you have tips for people as well.
Sure. As an attorney, I see a lot of very serious automobile collisions, and one of the things that I stress is not just what to do after you're in it, but how to be preventative, because that's one of the things that we stress is whether it's workplace safety, automobile safety, to try to be more preventative and proactive and not just have to rely on coming to see me to pick up the pieces afterwards.
So make sure your car is prepared, it's winterized, your tires,
absolutely.
All those things.
Just some of the things to be thinking about on a day like today. Number one, if you don't have to go out, don't. I mean, I know we all have to get to work and have to, go places, but, if you have to get out, wait for the road crews to do their job and get out of the way, and make sure you don't try to pass them. They may not be going as fast as you want to go, but don't try to pass a plow truck, because they have very limited visibility. They may not be able to see you.
True that. One of the things I did when I was training my own sons to drive too is on a day like today, we go like to the fairgrounds, and when they're learning to drive, teach them how to handle ice a little bit too.
And that's a great tip, because just as you're learning to drive, you can have a parking lot, not to go do donuts in the parking lot, but just to practice how your car feels in that situation. It's just a matter of preparedness to know what to expect when that time comes.
And sometimes too, when you're in that situation and you're on slick roads, you might hit a little icy patch and you panic and you're braking, and really, how should you handle that situation if you do hit a piece of ice?
Well, and that's a good point about braking, is to make sure, we always, talk about the 2-second rule as far as being behind a car. Leave extra distance behind the car you're following. If a couple car lengths, even make it bigger than that, because you want to have that extra time. Because I see one of the most common automobile collisions that I see is rear-end collisions, for people not leaving enough distance behind that car in front of them. Well, if it's slick out like today, double and triple that. You want, and so if you do hit something, don't just slam on the brakes. You want to be able to brake gradually and slowly, or so you don't lose control. And
clearly the lower gears are important too. I think a lot of people forget the fact that you just put your car in drive and off you go. Well, in this kind of weather condition.
Oh, absolutely. And another point is about the cruise control. If there's icy patches, you don't want to use the cruise control, because then that's going to want to make the wheels spin up, and you could very easily lose control.
Right.
And then also too, with the snow and ice that we've had this winter, our cars, it starts to build up. We have all the salt on our cars. You want to try to keep that clean as often as you can when we have the little breaks in the weather like we did earlier this week, because that builds up, and that just decreases visibility when the snow comes back again.
Oh, absolutely. And to keep the visibility up, and not to just wipe off a little bitty hole so you can peep through. And so we want to make sure that your windshield is clear.
All right, you're in a bump situation and you think you may have been injured. Call an attorney before, and don't answer questions from insurance people until.
Well, of course, at the scene you want to make sure everybody's okay. Call 911, call the police, call ambulance if it's necessary. And one of the things as far as documenting things now is, most everybody has a cell phone with photos on it that you can take pictures and document things, because a lot of times evidence, by the time I get involved, sometimes evidence can be lost, so that is important.
All right, good call.
And this handy tool you've got right here, this ice scraper, I've used mine all winter long. It has saved me this winter. So we can get one of those.
This is what I was talking about, making sure you don't just have that little peephole. You want to be able to scrape your windshield to make sure that your windshield is clear and you can see through it. So we're giving away as a service to the community and help people out. we're giving away free ice scrapers. All you have to do is call my office, and I will send you one for free.
Very nice. And in the summertime, flip burgers.
There you go.
You can put it to use again.
Dual purpose.
We appreciate it, Carl. You can find attorney Karl Truman online at trumanlaw.com.
If you want one of those ice scrapers, you can reach his office at 502-222-2222.
That's why everything needs a coach. Hey, welcome to Time Warner Cable. Aren't you that?
That psychic guy? Obviously. You're thinking that Time Warner Cable lets me watch more than 10,000 free on-demand movies and shows per month.
That's true, but